What's up, everybody? This is Tyler Channel here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about is the it's another link of the new menu was that's coming up for speed. Yeah, so what I'm just guessing is that Rush 2 is going to Rush pretty much Rush is going to have a box about next month. Yeah, so that's guarantee. So let's hop in this video. Be sure to subscribe, drop a like, and comment on what you think. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to try another deck out for the qualifier. So more basically, these are the cards but this is more of this stuff is advertised already because this is coming out on 30th because they already linked the box to. So we have a rock. Yeah, this is a rock type monster called Million Golem. So I seen this in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. Then we also getting this the cards that I say was well, I guess was coming. I was right. This one, yeah, I was right so far. Yeah, I was. And then we was all I was also talking about this part of the deck I probably invested in. And then this card was also in the other pack. I already got this card, so this is gonna be in the box too. Then we have Allies Mirage. Yeah, this is one of the Allies cards that's using the oddest card in Master Duel too. So this definitely does push it up to the market. Okay, I'm gonna read the effects. Okay, pencil effect once per turn. If a face up, Allies pencil monster you control is destroyed by battle card effect. You can destroy one card in your pencil if you place one face up Allies pencil monster in your stack. Your pencil set Allies Bronze Dragon. Okay, so it's effect during either player's turn, while an allies card is in your pencil zone, you can turn one allies monster you control. The first time it will be destroyed, or a card effect is not destroyed. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we have allies personal personal dragon. Okay, pencil effect at once per turn during the end phase. If your opponent activates a card effect this turn, that target has pencil dragon. You control no other cards file with this card is face of the pencil zone based on this card. If you do place allies pencil dragon from your extra in your pencil zone set allies personal dragon. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's like basically it's like if your opponent try to target a card fake, it's basically like a swap, like a switch rule. Okay, monster fate. Once per turn, quick fate target one face of monster on the field. That's special from the extra deck. It's a festive game. Yeah, I could see this card being on the ban list for next month. Not next month, June. Yeah. Yeah, and then the crazy thing is that you could summon this card in defense position, and then you could be able to negate some of the fast. Yeah, that'd be a good card. Then we have Allies Phantom Dragon. Yeah, I heard this card. Yeah, this card definitely is a big threat. Once per turn, when this card is set, is when attacking the card evolving in the face of a monster you control and opponent's monster. If you have an Allies card in your opponent's zone, you can make that monster you control gain 1,200 attack points until the end of the turn at the battle phase. Even if this card leaves the field. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So pencil fate, monster fate. When this card is pencil summoned, if it damages your opponents by attacking, you can if it damages your opponent equal to the number of allies card in your pencil zone times 1,200. So that'd be like 24 points of damage. That's a good. Yeah, these are good cards. And then this one's particular. Also, this could be easy for you to summon Starman and Fusion Dragon too. Okay, so performing allies of solver, so once per turn you can fusion summon a dragon fusion monster using. monster from your hand or field as materials. Okay, so it's a monster fed at the start of the battle. At the damage step, if your pencil monster battles, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle. And you can only use this effect of perform power eyes dissolver once per turn. During your main phase, you can future summon monster and edge that uses this card you control as material also once in your yeah, this card is definitely gonna be a good threat though. And then the crazy thing is that when your pencil monsters battle, your other monsters can't be destroyed in battle during that turn. So that's pretty cool. And then this is one of the other spirit um monsters that's gonna be negotiated with the skill that's coming up. Okay, it's called Kamina. I don't know what I'm saying. Once per turn, during the end phase of this turn, discards normal summon or flip face up returns card to your hand. You can reveal this card in your hand and immediately after this effect. Normal summon one spirit monster from your hand. If this card tributes on target one, spirit monster a greater add to your hand. Okay, that's decent. Then we also have a new level 10 or most likely this is Annika Boom's monster. So when your opponent, so Snowplow Hustle. When your opponent declares attack, direct attack while you control a card in your face, so spell and trap cards on, you can spell summon this card. Destroy as many spell and trap cards as possible. If you do, if it's damage to your opponent, each card destroyed. You cannot spell summon any monster except machine monsters. Yeah, so one thing for sure, like the ones that Anna Kaboom, like one of the cards, like when most of her cards, if they are destroyed, you can add like one of them, you can add a machine type monster, or just add one of those one of her signature other cards too. So yeah, that's pretty much a good effect. And yeah, this then we have odds that we already read what this card. Yeah, we read this back then. Yeah, so basically these cards definitely could prevent your opponent from activating your effects in the graveyard. So that could be exactly good for Saturn Graves. Basically the one of the top decks. So this card is I can see this card being tier. And then we also have Exco Sister. Yeah, these cards definitely do prevent you from. See, this is the basically the top one. And then we also have Exco Sister Tankless. It cannot be destroyed with a monster special from the graveyard. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright. If you control this card that was saying something this turn, as a using it except monster as a material, you could target one card in your opponent's control variation. That's pretty cool. Okay, you can take one material from the monster and one spell trap card for your deck. Yeah, this deck is definitely this probably be the best deck out of the other ones. And also, this was also a card I said was going to come Ancient Gear Ballistic. So this card also can do a whole lot of damage. So you can target one spell or trap card you control. You will face a monster your opponent control, destroy that card. If you do, change your opponent's type defense points to 0. So that is good. So especially if you destroy Gear Town or the other Ancient Gears continues, I'm pretty sure one of them lets you special summon a Ancient Gear monster, especially if it's Ancient Gear Golem and the other ones. Yeah, especially you summon the ones that can infinite damage the defense position if they have zero. That'd be cool. Yeah, so yeah, this card definitely be this card might be limited too. And then this one, regardless how the way it's gonna be summoned, I already know how it's gonna be. You'll be able to summon pencil monsters next to that zone, but you have to make sure not to summon any monsters next to that zone for you. Though. That's the only way you be able to pencil summon. So that's how it is. We ain't gonna. I wonder if we're gonna get the link 3 one. Let's hope this goes. Okay, so if this card is linked coming into the F zone, you could pay 12 1,200 life points. Add one pencil monster from your deck to your hand, but for the rest of the turn, you cannot activate monsters for that. Also, the effects of cards in your pencil zone are negated until you pencil zone. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, so more likely you could do good with this card. So but it's been an SR card that you could get like up to 3 times. But right at the moment it's only two. It's two. The two monsters with different origin levels are pencil monsters pencil summon at the same time as the zone cards. You target two cards on the field and destroy it. Oh, I think that's cool. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, then we have another Grand Safa Kaku core. I won't call it a core deck since it's like a music deck. Okay, so yeah, this is like basically the pencil deck. This is another Link monster. It's a Link 3 monster. So it gains 300. So it gains 100 attack points for each face of a pencil monster in your extra deck. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that because for the most part, like this type of deck does put pencil monsters in your extra deck too. The activation effects of the pencil monsters in this card points cannot be negated. So now that could be that would be very good. Okay, once per turn, when your opponent activates a card effect, the effect is special on one side. It's a card card with the odd pencil skill from your pencils to those card points. If you do negate the activation, then you could add one suffering core pencil even with its own scale from your deck to your hand facing an extra deck. Okay, that's yeah, that's cool. Then we have a Sky Striker AZ. Yeah, this is the card I've seen. Yeah, of course we've seen this card before. Yeah. Yeah. So this card this card must be link summon. So if this card's link summon, target one face of monster on your field, banish to your opponent's next end phase. And then once you attack, target one other card you control. This card gains 1,000 attack points. Then you can send with the target to the grave. To the graveyard. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, especially if you're trying to send the spell cards to the graveyard, so you could definitely gain the attack points of the other ones that you do have. Then we have Ancient Gear Advance. When this card is activated, add Ancient Gear spell trap card from your deck to your hand. Set Ancient Gear Advance. Once per turn, triple one monster, draw one card. By the effects. So yeah, you could be able to normal summon. So basically, on the Ancient Gear skill, you definitely can exactly normal summon twice. Just like this skill, this basically the skill that we are doing. This is basically how the skill is going to be. Just like this, then you cannot activate any sound cards. Yeah, we already know that because every time we activate Insecure continuous effects, I mean, yeah, the continuous skill effects, you can most of the time you can't activate any set cards. And then we also have Insecure Fusion, and this card is an R card. Hmm. Dang, that this card gonna be used a lot. So for the most part, you could do a lot. You could do a whole lot with this. Yeah, I'm gonna check on with the skills, so I'll make sure I'm right with that skill. Yeah, they never actually said the Exorcist was getting a skill. I don't know if that's true. They never said anything about it. So, yeah, they not getting a skill. Okay, the Exorcist pay 800 life points, then target one X6 monster you control. So that's not one AC's monster from your extra deck with a different name than the cards you control by using that target as an AC's monster. This is a threat treated as an AC's summon surface materials. Okay. You can only activate this card during your opponent's turn. Okay. Alright, that's some of those other cards, and then this is the other card we have. And then we have the account trap. Yeah, so while this only could be activated while you have a sarcophagus core in your zone when your opponent if your opponent activates a spell sharp or monster that suffer one face up. This monster is dead to your effect. Yeah, these some good effects. And we also had this, so if your opponent controls three or more monsters, choose one of them and then make your opponent send the other make control to So that's pretty much it though. And then we also had this. So we already know what the box is gonna be. So basically on the 30th. So that's about like 8 days away at 8 p.m. So that's like, yeah, yeah, okay. So Ancient Golem is on the card. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and I'll see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.